Welcome! Here at Texas Women's University, we're celebrating Black History Month as well as the 100-year anniversary for women's suffrage in America. We're joined here today by Ms. Sojourner Truth, who is an important figure in both abolition as well as women's rights. Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Truth.
Thank you.
I'd like to start out my questions today by asking, why did you continue to affiliate with the white suffrage movement despite the divisive and racially charged debate over the 15th Amendment?
Well, I started out, I was a slave, and I saw it all. I saw the inequalities since I was little. So as soon as I got big enough and strong enough and I got the call from my good Lord to go out and speak for women's rights, that's what I did. But now, when I went out, I would meet some of the women suffragists, the white women suffragists. They didn't want me to join them right off, but I kept on going from town to town speaking up for women's rights, and women would begin to gather around. So I guess what they did, they saw one woman, colored woman, gathering around all these people, both colored and white. So we met together and we decided to join forces. We figured that if the colored and the white women got together, we'll have a greater impact on everybody, and that's what we did. So that's why, of course, I did not just give up. I kept going my own way, and we eventually come around together anyway for a good cause. So that's what happened.
All right, thank you so much. Following up on that, if you had the opportunity to run and serve in office, would you have done so?
Oh yes, by no means. If I were given the opportunity, of course, I would want to be there for running for office. I would want to also perhaps study the law and be a lawyer. And then, of course, being a lawyer, that means I could, of course, perhaps write some laws or have some influence on some laws that would affect everybody, especially the women folk. So I would definitely want to run for office if I had the opportunity, or by no means, yes.
All right, thank you so much. What would your thoughts and feelings be if I told you that by 2016, the United States had not yet elected a woman for president?
Oh my goodness, not yet. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Now, by now, it seems like we should have at least several women folk who would be president by now. Now, when we started, the women's suffrage movements, Susan B. Anthony, Lucretia Mott, and all the other women folk, we marched and we demonstrated and we went to conferences and conventions and we had our signs, our picket signs, and we fought so hard for women to be able to speak out in public, to be able to run for public office, and not to have a woman president. Did you say what, 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that saddens me. That saddens me, and it disappoints me. So that means, of course, we have still got a lot more work to do. So what we did, of course, I think, was we started the whole ball rolling, but somehow the ball just run out of energy, so we got to get that energy back again and get it rolling again, because it's high time for a woman to be president. High time. So I'm feeling disappointed.
I couldn't agree more, but you'll be glad to know that there is an upcoming election in this year, 2020, and so that might change.
Oh, that's good to know.
My last question for you, Ms. Truth, would be, what would you say to young women voters who are unsure of whether or not their vote matters?
Oh, I would say to them, it does matter. It does matter. Because remember a time when women folk, we couldn't even vote, not even run for public office. So now that we got the chance, it matters. Everyone should go out and vote. We should tell our friends to vote. It's so very important, especially if there's a woman running for office. Now, take for instance, if a woman is running for office and the vote's tied up, 300, we need one vote for the woman to win or carry her over to the next level. That could be your one vote. So voting is very important. So I would tell all the young girls, everybody, to get out and vote. It does matter.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Truth.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us at Texas Women's University.